This is so weird. We're doing it, and look how good my camera is compared to yours.
I know. Wait, what do you mean your camera's my camera?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I look like, I don't know what I look like because your PC has rubbish settings, but I am in London.
Yeah, I
Big
just
up.
pretend this is you, by the way. I put a little wig on it, and then
Yeah, what are
like
you gonna do?
make out with it.
Man wins one tournament in EMEA and he's become the most unhinged person ever.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. What's up?
When? Since when?
Just in life.
In life? What do you mean? You're acting as if you don't know me.
I haven't seen you in so long.
It's been literally
3 days.
2 days.
3.
3. Not much really. Just doing a few bits and bobs, sponsored stuff or Fnatic stuff. You know, top secret. Can't really reveal too much. Exciting stuff, really. And I did have a 1 day off, and I didn't know what to do for that 1 day off. It was really mind-boggling. I was like, I need to chill, but then I was like, I kind of want to play video games, but then I couldn't find a video game to play because I was like, I can't invest time in a video game that's gonna take more than 1 day because 1 day is all I got. And so I never really found a video game, and then the day ended.
Yeah, let's talk about you won.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's go back to the first podcast. I'm ready to do the tier list again.
Don't do it. Don't say that. I will say though, I believed you could do it, but I didn't think you could do it. How did you feel?
At what point?
Just from I guess from the second you qualified for playoffs. So from the second you qualified for playoffs, in my mind, I fully believe that like you could qualify for Shanghai and you could win the whole thing. But I just didn't think that you would. I believe, but I just didn't like fully think you would.
No, I get you. Well, for me, this year has been about like at the start of the year, you make a goal, right? My only goal was to qualify for Shanghai. Madrid at the same time, I was like, like it would be nice. Like, and I did say, yeah, we're going to win all 3, but that was because I was trying to get the boys pumped. But really, my main goal was just to qualify for Shanghai. And so what happened was we didn't qualify for Madrid, and then we losing. And then I was starting to stress, like, what if I don't manage to qualify for Shanghai this year? Oh, no, it's going to be terrible. And then we make it to playoffs, not through my own, what's the word? My own achievement.
You got carried to playoffs.
Contribution. Yeah, thank you very much. And then we beat KC, and then instantly after we beat KC to qualify, like a massive weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I'm actually enjoying the game again. And I'm actually shooting heads again. Like I haven't been able to shoot the heads the whole season because I'm just stressing about not being able to qualify. I don't know why though, but now I'm chilling, and now I think. I'm not going to say that actually. I was going to say, now I think we can win Shanghai.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
But no, what I do believe is I'm going to enjoy it now. And then if I enjoy it and we work hard, obviously, the chances are looking all right for us. So, you know, we're slowly getting back into it. We did a lot of grinding over the past 5 days to the point of Leah's exhaustion. But yeah, yeah, I'm happy, you know. Like I didn't mind if we won or lost the finals, but now that we've won and I know that we get those extra days of prep, I think it's better because at the end of the day, my desktop screensaver on the office PC was the Mercedes Platz Arena.
Benz Arena.
Sorry, Mercedes Platz is in Germany.
Yeah, no, that's Alexander Platz.
Mercedes Benz Arena in Shanghai, and that is the power of visualization. You can talk now.
Manifest that shit. My boy.
I'm going to manifest you back here.
In about a month.
Not working.
In about a month. There's a lot to break down there, right? We'll just start from the beginning. I have a theory as to why you were so stressed. And it's not really a theory because you and I have spoken about this privately. So I don't know if you feel comfortable speaking about this publicly. And it is because you're not the type of person that really says a lot of controversial things. I'm using like very loose term controversial, and you're not really the type of person that comes out and says like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and then it doesn't happen. Usually when you say it happens, or you just don't say it. I think this time around, like from the way I interpret it, is you felt almost like embarrassed that like you didn't back it up, or you felt like all the flame was kind of getting to you. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, a little bit. I think the way I see it was each section is about 15% of my energy, and on its own, whether it be like the stress of qualifying, that's 50%. The stress of not having the best performance, that's 15%. On their own, it's just 15%, and then the rest of it, I'm feeling Gucci. But what happened was all those percentages kind of added up together, and it ended up taking over like 80 to 90% of my energy and my mental. So then it does get to you.
I do think though that the visible weight that was lifted off your shoulders was very good for you and your team when you did qualify, because somehow right after that you turned into freaking like prime Demon 1 out of nowhere.
Yeah, what can I say? I got it in me still, you know. Got these old hands, skinny little things. I had my moments. I also just breezed bomb site. It was not happening.
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes.
I'm going A next game. Don't worry.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that, because you know how I won't name names, but if you play against certain teams, you'll be like, oh yeah, X, Y, and Z is on this side. Let's just go there. They might do that to you. They might be like, that's where Boaster plays.
100% people doing that. I would do that to me. I'd be like, where's Boaster playing?
Yeah, go find him.
We just got to get past Durka. All right, we'll flash him off, and Boaster's going to be panicking.
Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. I thought it was great. I thought you played super good.
I'm not. I don't. I'm like I said. I'm not. Honestly, I don't care anymore. I got what I came to do this year, and now winning is a bonus. And that's the best way for me to kind of go into this year. Like lock-in, I wasn't thinking about winning trophies. I was just thinking about, oh, we get a free event. That's kind of cool in Brazil. And then they'd be like, oh, it'd be sick to go to Tokyo. But by then we'd won lock-in, so we were just feeling all confident. I didn't even have to think about qualifying. I was just like, we'll qualify.
The fans are very excited for you, though. I think if you didn't make China, I think the Chinese fans would have been like heartbroken.
I would have, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think I'd be the same. 2 events I'd missed this year.
Back to back. You've never done a back to back, by the way. You never. This is the crazy thing. You've never lost 3 games in a row before, which is mental. Like I think people. I mean, I'm gonna glaze you for a second. I'm gonna hype you up.
Thank you.
Because I do think people underestimate how insane it is, the fact that you've never lost 3 games in a row. You've never missed back to back events before. You've only before this year you only missed Masters Berlin, but hey, now you miss Madrid. Maybe Europe. Europe, it just doesn't work for you. Like unless it's Iceland, you just no point going to.
No point going. You've been there.
Unless
Spain,
it's Iceland,
Madrid, been there before.
Yeah, that was what we went there for our first kind of like when we first started going out. We went there.
Yeah, and you said I farted in the castle.
You did fart in the castle.
I didn't. It was a guy.
There were witnesses there to see you fart in the castle.
I was framed.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, and you've now become the first IGL ever to successfully reverse sweep, not just in a grand final in an EMEA, but in any best of 5, which no one has ever done before.
Well, yeah, I'm also the first IGL to... No, probably not, actually. Never mind. I was going to say the first IGL to reverse sweep and deny a reverse sweep with the loud game.
That wasn't... Oh, I see, because you were 2-0 up. You were 2-0 up.
Technically, it wasn't really my doing. I didn't.
You didn't do anything in that situation. I
was just vibing.
In fairness, I thought the call-in has been exceptional. I thought the call-in was great. I felt like the pistols are also really clean. Do you want to tell them about the pistol you had when you dreamt a pistol up and you were like, I gotta go make this happen, like a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
So my pistols have 100. If I dream a pistol, it's 100% win rate. Because like in my dream, like for some reason I've thought of most scenarios. It's really weird. So in my dream, it was on Ascent and it was against Na'Vi. And I dreamt it that like in my dream, to be fair, it was like we're going to take this control and then we're going to take this and then we're going to use that control to make noise. And while we do that, we're going to walk up somewhere together and then someone's going to die here. In my dream, we had 5 of us walking up middle in Ascent, which in theory, when I woke up, I was like, that's not going to work. I had like 3 people here, 2 people looking behind, and we were just walking like this. And we were just like a moving in sync kind of like robot, like 5-man robot army. But in reality, I was like, no, that won't work. So when I woke up, I was like, no, what I'm going to do is we're going to keep it a bit the same. But instead of having 5 go up middle, I'm going to have the 2 not regroup. And then 3 of us walk up. And then these 2 do a little fake. But yeah, the first bit was definitely a dream though.
Yeah, it's like the icebox pistol from this was 3 years ago.
To qualify for Iceland, yeah,
Yeah,
that was an icebox pistol. It worked exactly like my
it
dream,
was
no
your
lie.
dream. Yeah.
I knew Nats puts a trip in kitchens. I was like, we're gonna take this, we're gonna go there, and everything happened in my dream. It was so weird.
I remember because I remember you woke up like, and this was really close. I think this was the day before that you played.
Yeah,
because you
normally
literally
they come up the night before.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
were.
happened in my Navi one.
You woke up and you were like, oh, I need to run this pistol. I need to get on the server. And I was like, you do you. This is like in the online days, back before you play LANs. So yeah, it's been nice to see that at least in your dreams, because sometimes in your dreams you think about Valorant. Sometimes you elbow me in the face.
Yeah.
Or you go off and play an RPG without me. So
yeah, I do like the RPG ones. Those ones are quite fun.
That's off-season dreams.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how's Leo doing? Is he okay? Is he?
That's actually confidential. No, he's fine. Like I think when I saw him yesterday, he was like, "Bro, I don't know how you're even playing right now, bro." He was just like this. I don't know how you're playing.
I think we should talk about kind of the general schedule, calendar, player health, because obviously you would have seen the Miniboo announcement, the fact that he's not going to be in Madrid. By the way, like, shout out to Heretics with how many different variations of the roster they can make it work, because you had like no VUT and they still managed to qualify, and then they add VUT and then they qualify, and now they got no Miniboo but Paddytech, which I still think they're going to be good. I don't think they're going to be all of a sudden bad in the slightest. But having said that, that's a huge decision, for a player. Like you said, qualifying for these events is everything, is what you live and breathe. So it must take a lot for you to decide not to go, but also so important to look after yourself.
So yeah, he's got his exams going on right now, which probably are obviously taking a lot of the stress from him, because I do remember taking exams and I was like, oh my goodness, like a little bit nerve-wracking. Not that I revised, which would have helped probably. But no, yeah. So to have that and also the esports career, because gaming takes up, like, if you want to be one of the best teams, one of the best players, one of the best IGLs, you have to sacrifice your life for it. Essentially, it's not a you can just rock up, show up for the scheduled hours and be done with the day. I think some people can get away with that, but you'd be so much better if you didn't do that kind of thing. So yeah, he's only got a certain amount of time in a day to dedicate to both. So obviously it's going to get tiring if he feels like he wants to maintain performance whilst also get good grades.
But it's also just, I think in general, very stressful, right? Even the way in which you won the whole tournament, like I saw, G2 were talking about it as well. You played so much, and also it's not just playing. Like people seems to think that once you play your game, it's done. You don't do anything of it. How many interviews did you have after the grand finals? Like 5? Did you have to do
3.
5? Oh, no,
yeah.
lower finals. Finals.
I don't know. I was doing at least 1 or 2 press after every game.
I remember after lower final, you had to do English broadcast and you had to do 4 other interviews, like actual interviews.
Yeah, it's quite. There was a few bits and bobs for sure.
Yeah, so you're pretty much not even leaving the venue for like 2 hours.
Plus, I wanted to do fan meet.
Yeah, and fan meet. You have fan meet, you have interviews, you have to go back home, and then you have to think about what you got to do for the next best of 5 the next day, and that's a bloody grand finals. And they got the double ban over you, which I think is wild.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like I think about the schedule, yeah, it is tiring. But I got to a point where it was probably more time for Minnie and Elmer, because they ended up obviously taking over with the anti-stratting. Because all I was doing was, once the game was done, it got to like 10 o'clock, 10:30. I was like, right, I'm going home. Like, I'm not gonna bother watching their games. All I'm gonna do is sleep. And so what I was doing, because I needed to recover, because I was a bit ill at that time. Again, it's like Fnatic and getting ill. Oh my goodness.
But that's it. I feel like when you're stressed, you're more prone to getting ill, because you're just like physically, your immune system is a bit compromised.
Yeah, that, and also someone had it, and then Leo had it, passed to Alfie. Alfie passed it to me and Kron. Durka had it, got it passed to as well. So, and then I think now Ryan, our performance coach, has had it. So we're all taking a little turns on it. But yeah, I actually quite like. I think the schedule was very kind of relentless and tiring. However, I liked it.
That's because you could sleep.
The reason why is because the biggest stress factor for me was qualifying for Shanghai. Once I qualified for Shanghai, it was like I was just enjoying the game. So these best of fives, I didn't care if I'd win or not. Like fully, like obviously I wanted to win and I wanted to make sure we get the ball rolling and we get good practice, we get reps in. That's the main thing for me, reps for Shanghai. And so we got knocked down to lower, played a best of five and another best of five. I was just like, this is a lot of VOD footage and we're winning as well, which is great. So we're not only are we getting VOD footage, but we're also getting the satisfaction of a dub. And in those 4 or 5 days, we grew so much on each map. Like, you saw like there was gaps in our maps, but slowly we were kind of like fixing them.
The
Not
split.
through VOD reviewing.
Dude, did I just call you dude? Oh my god, I've been spending way too much time around other people.
Dude.
No, he doesn't really
Boaster,
say dude.
man. What are you doing, Boaster?
No, he talks slower. I watch so much of him stream right now. Like,
Chat. No, Yinsu, you're so dumb. How's that?
Yeah, he kind of does that. But it's more like he's very good comedic timings with his pauses. He's kind of more like chat. You fucking stupid?
Yeah.
Chat. He's more like that, you know? But I feel like I watch him way too much. I watch him more than I watch anything else right now. Like, what a detour that is. Shout out to our boy Poo-chan. If he ever wants to come to Berlin and get on our podcast, that'd be great. But the tax is they have to snog you. So, you know.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, that's the fee. That's the fee they gotta pay. What was I saying? Sorry. Back to what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I feel like surely you can empathize why some people might not enjoy that.
Yeah, of course. Especially like with Leo, with his, for instance, he has a very disciplined regime. He wants to make sure he goes to the gym, make sure he gets his food, make sure he gets his sleep. However, for me, it's a blessing if I go to the gym, if I can be bothered. It's a blessing if I get some good food, and it's a blessing if I get good sleep. So it doesn't really affect me as much. And also, I think the biggest thing is like these boys are slamming energy drinks, you know, like that. I think like having that every day for 5 days in a row, 2 cans potentially, that's a lot. That's a lot on the body, and also just to be able to relax and reset after that and fall asleep. It's quite tough. Whereas me, I'm always tired. So I actually did have an energy drink and it woke me up for the game. But as soon as 12 o'clock hit, I was like...
That's really interesting. It's because you're always tired. You never get good sleep. You never eat well. You never go to the gym. So for you, like, it's a luxury to be able to do those things. So playoffs, you're chilling. You're just like, oh, this is what normally happens anyway.
Never go to the gym is a optimistic term. I recently stopped going to the gym after we didn't qualify for Madrid. But I was very disciplined at the start of the year. But then once we didn't qualify for Madrid, I kind of fell off a little bit. And
I distinctively remember Ryan saying to me, I can't do an Irish accent, so I'm not going to do it, but you can do it for me. Ryan saying to me, he said, by the end of this year, I'm gonna return your boy like that scene from Captain America when he comes out and he turns into Captain America.
I think I was Captain America before, and now
I'm the skinny one.
I'm turning into the pre Captain America, pre I don't know what it is, pre-drug serum. Yeah.
Well, you already are.
Look at the definition there, though.
Oh my god, the fangirls.
Yeah. Actually, this is not even the big arm. Look at the difference between my arms.
I mean, you're giving people a reason to make jokes about your wanking habits, man.
I'm not. I need 2.
You had to just change your headset because you silly bean.
That's
never organized. What are you doing without me, eh?
Having a great time partying every day, drinking beer, wine, and whiskey.
All right, alcohol free. Yeah.
Nice.
No one's gonna understand this reference, but shout out to the woman that did the fan call where she's like, I'm gonna sing alcohol free, I'm gonna dance alcohol free. You watch. Shout out to the 3 people that understand that reference. But yes, before we move on from everything that happened at EMEA, I wanted to quickly ask you what you think happened to FUT and Heretics and KC along the way. Let's just start with KC first because I was surprised that it was a 2-0 with that game.
Yeah, I mean, they all lost to Fnatic.
That's why I'm asking you. Dumbass.
Casey, I'm not sure. I think they chose Bind, which on paper actually has been a decent map for them. But I don't know. They were showing signs of like maybe a little bit exhaustion, and they weren't going to be as strong as in kickoff because they had time to prep and they were fully keen. But maybe they got a bit tired. They were losing. They almost lost to Koi as well. So their confidence. They're young, so I think their experience is all about confidence and stuff. So I think that's why we beat them, because we were ready to fight him this time. Like in kickoff, let's be real, we weren't really ready. But now I'd say we are a bit more ready, and we managed to get the win, which was good.
Oh, I forgot Liquid. What about that Liquid game? That feels like so long ago.
Yeah, the Liquid game was actually kind of close, wasn't it? We actually managed to beat them on Ascent. They changed their comp. I think they would have done better against us with their other comp.
I agree.
But they changed their comp, which one that we had reps against. Obviously, Na'Vi, the best Ascent team in the world. So that was quite nice. You know, like we played against them, so we got some practice at least. And then, yeah, luckily the boys were showing up that day and managed to carry me through it. Then we lost the Icebox, and to be fair, Liquid's protocols were pretty good. But actually, have you seen our map record? We're 1-3 on Icebox.
I know, right?
Yeah, What's happened?
But you're not just 1-3 on Icebox. You've always had a deficit in the first half on Icebox too. Like it's like the 9-3, the 3-11, like over and over again.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on there.
But Kiko, I felt like Kiko gives me like glimpses of kind of the Aspas Durka kind of vibes on Icebox. Like he always shows up on Icebox.
Yeah, he's decent at that map, that's for sure. He's decent on the Reina as well. It was quite annoying, to be fair, playing against him.
Thing is, I obviously
we noobed it as well. Like that'll be a good VOD review once we do manage to get around to it.
What against the Reina comp, the Reina chamber stuff?
Just in general, like our scaling up onto the sites and stuff wasn't very clean. It could have been a lot cleaner and made our lives easier. And we need a few more game plans, I think. So it was a really good game for us to be able to review and actually be able to bring it to Shanghai and with those changes. Like,
I mean, there's some teams in Shanghai that play way weirder shit than the Reina chamber. So
yeah, FPX come in with their triple controller.
Honest, do you know what I love is like FPX are like the FUT of China.
Well, the FUT in kickoff. Now FUT's gone back to normal-ish.
No, the Lotus. They're still running that Lotus shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what I mean? Like they kind of give me that vibe. Like they make it work. They just somehow make it work.
Yeah, I
they
think
look good.
FUT were like, we were on this comp once as a surprise, and then they beat someone, and they beat us,
Casey.
and they're like, actually,
Casey.
maybe we keep it. But yeah, I mean, it is funny.
Sliggy said it was embarrassing that you lost to that comp. Would you agree?
I don't know what Sliggy's on about, mate, because that guy was helping Liquid qualify, and we still won. So that's embarrassing. God. You got 4 coaches, have you?
Oh my God!
No, I'm joking. No, I mean it's not embarrassing, but it was it helped us get to our Lotus to where it is today. So it's all a part of the journey, you know. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and dwell and be embarrassed by it. Yeah, it was a bad loss, but also when it matters, which is in playoffs, which we luckily qualified for, obviously, that's when it really matters, the game.
With Liquid, I don't know. I just always like Liquid. Like every iteration of their roster, they're just likable. So for me, it always feels kind of heartbreaking because you know how like you ride together, you die together. Yeah. You always go together. I always see the boys, at all these events, and yeah. So I was it was a bit sad, and obviously like I'm close to all the girlfriends on Liquid. We all hang out and stuff. So for me, it was just like, if I had to choose anybody to go with you to an event, I think I would always choose Liquid and then maybe like a couple of other teams to go along with you. So it was sad. It was like bittersweet. I don't know if you ever feel that way. Have you ever felt that way when you beat somebody that you felt kind of like, oh, like obviously I want to win, but it still kind of makes you feel a bit sad. Have you ever felt that way?
Yeah, but I can't remember who it was. It's the feelings coming back to me where it's just like, I think it was Paper X when they had cigarettes. I felt bad beating them in a weird way.
They're your mates, that's why.
Yeah, but also because obviously they had a sub at the time and they did really well, obviously. But he's had a poo and it's right next to me, babe.
What, the cat?
Oh my goodness, I need to go wipe his ass in a sec. Holy bloody hell. That's worse than yours.
What do you mean? I have the third stinkiest poo in our house. I have the third. You have the.
Who's two?
I think it goes calmer than you than me. Karma's pretty bad.
All right, I'll allow it this time.
I asked you that question because I remember at Champs when Gambit beat Crew.
Yeah.
I remember like Redgar was crying, and I remember speaking to him being like, "Wow, like why are you so emotional?" Because I thought he maybe was emotional because it was such a good series and he won, but he was like, it was such a good series, it made no sense that somebody had to lose. You know, it was just like you get so into it, and you're like, both teams are playing so good, nobody actually deserves to lose, but somebody has to lose. So that kind of scenario I think is really rough. You know.
Yeah, I get you.
So let's talk about FUT, because I honestly thought FUT was going to win the whole thing at play. As soon as they qualified, I was like, bloody hell, they're the best team in the league, maybe alongside Na'Vi.
Yeah, honestly, I thought I had Krax's number. I thought I was looking at him with his t-shirt rolled up. He rolls his sleeves up. I was like, man, I am diffing Krax today. I looked at the performance thing. He's the only one that was diffing me. I was like, I swear I was killing him. Like, it must have been, it was in the important rounds. It must have been like I was killing him because I was like, Krax, why are you swinging me again? Giving me an opening into the round. Thank you very much. But yeah, when it came to it, he was actually diffing me. But no, yeah,
he's nice too. I like him a lot. He's a super nice guy. Actually, everybody on that team is nice too.
Yeah, for sure. I can't remember what map we lost to them on.
It was 3-1 in the end, right? That was the scoreline.
Did we lose Icebox?
I can't remember either. It was a bloody
I think we lost Icebox again.
I'll tell you what it was. It was Icebox, yeah.
Yeah, so we lost Icebox. We won Split.
You won Bind, Breeze, Split in that order.
Bind, Breeze, and Split. Oh, okay.
It was when Alpha had like a huge day. Alpha was like trying to prove he was the best Turkish player on the planet.
Yeah, the boys were playing well by then. We had a lot of games under our belt by then. Yeah, I mean, Footballers are a good team. They have insanely cracked individuals, and Turkey is no slouch when it comes to producing talent. So it felt really good to beat them. I just felt like, I'm not sure, we won. We got a few nice clutches on Split. I think Chronicle got a little 1v2. I remember us screaming at CNED because he lost a clutch against someone. I remember standing up and my attention was directed towards CNED in a nice way.
It was against Durka. Durka was 1 HP.
Ah, yes.
It took you to OT and Split.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I told you it was that one. I stood up for that bit and I was like,
What you don't understand though is that CNED never does that to you guys. He's always so nice about it. He laughs sometimes when he loses a clash. He's like, oh fuck, like he kind of like gives it a little laugh. He's not the kind of guy that stands up against you, you know. He's too nice.
Are you trying to make me feel guilty? Can you see him running in the background?
I can see him running in the background, but I am trying to make you feel guilty because you also you know how much I like CNED. So
yeah, but you know, in my defense, I'm not actually saying anything bad. I'm literally going up and going, but I don't actually
hello.
Yeah, that's Leo, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all friendly on the stage because I feel like a lot of people try and psych out CNED because obviously he's always been the star player. Maybe not necessarily on Na'Vi, even though I still think he could have been the star player on Na'Vi. But Shao is just, I feel like, in my opinion, Shao's been the star player on that team forever. But every other roster he's been on, BBL, Ascender, so he's always a star player. So I think he's really used to other people trying to psych him out. Like, I feel like he's the target.
Honestly, mine wasn't to psych him out, though. I was just, obviously, we won a big clutch and I wanted to get some energy in the room. And also, it was quite fun, just standing up occasionally. Like, I'm having a mare every game, but I'm just standing up going, hey!
No, you weren't that bad against FUT.
No, you weren't. Actually. Yeah. I did all right. I had a few rounds.
It was just Alpha decided to turn it on.
Was that the round I did a Viper ultimate on a...
Yeah, on Icebox.
On a little classic. On Breeze.
Yeah. The Icebox ultimate was good too. When Atta Captain went across the rope, like...
Oh, I haven't even watched that back, but yeah, that was one of my many Viper ultis I've concocted on that site.
What's your favorite Viper, like your personal favorite Viper play you've ever done? Because I have one, and I feel like
obviously
everyone else
it's the
might
fracture
agree.
one, right?
Yeah, how did you know I was gonna say that?
And now it's left all onto Boaster. A 1 versus 4. He's within his own Viper spit. He's trying to spot where these remaining players are. You can see the spam. He'll take the first though. Chronicle already gone, and he might have just masked the sound by being able to drop down. He's gonna hear all of their own footsteps, and it's just spamming within the smoke. Brings it down to 1. And Boaster 4. Unbelievable.
They're still playing that one to this day. I keep seeing it like, oh, Boaster, clutch potential.
It was
and they show that one.
because it was qualification to Iceland. It was a huge game. It was like whoever wins goes to Iceland. And it was against Gambit. So it was against like an insane team.
Yeah, Nats, Rega.
Shados.
In my pocket.
Well, only for that round. that round.
And then I was back. Yeah. I was back to be in the pocket.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm in so many pockets. You know.
I also I always learn from you now. Now when I see other players Viper ult and then they just willy-nilly leave their ult, I'm screaming. I'm like, why the fuck have you left your ult? It's so well. You left your ult on Breeze against Heretics in that with the shorty. You ran towards Rians. What was that about?
I only heard him running and him spraying, and I was just like, just feeling it. I was like, I got a shorty, and I was like, shawty like a melody. There goes your head, pom pom.
The last team to talk about is Heretics, because are you surprised they ban Icebox?
No, I knew they were going to ban Icebox in a sense. Because they beat us on Breeze last time, and that would be the only other map that they would have banned.
Yeah, I thought maybe they would ban Breeze over it, but in hindsight, I can see what happened. Yeah, how the heck did you make the reverse sweep? Because it didn't look like it was going to happen after map 2. Should have won map 2, really.
I mean, our B finishes on Bayern weren't very good. But we did get quite a few rounds on defense, which was quite decent. But yeah, our finishes weren't good. So something to work on. Yeah, I think they just like if I think about it, it was like Lotus, Split, and Breeze, and I'm thinking I'm fairly confident in there against their comp on Split and on Lotus. We're okay at Lotus and Breeze. We're okay at all maps. That's the thing. We don't have a super strong map, so I always believe that we can always make a comeback no matter what, because like every map is somewhat even for us in terms of like our performance. So I think they ran out of juice, and we were getting motivated by just all the circumstances and stuff, and we were feeling ourselves.
I will say though, first of all, I would like to thank you for not putting me through everything you put me through on Lotus against Heretics for the 3rd time.
Yeah, no worries.
But I think you owe me an apology for putting me through everything you put me through on Lotus against Heretics 2 times. All right.
I'm sorry for the overtimes.
No, it's not the overtimes. It is being 10-6, 10-7 up, winning the second half pistol, and then maybe even winning the bonus, and then losing an anti-eco, and then losing a 5v3, and then losing a 5v2 right after as well, and that happening twice, and then because of that you go to OT and lose.
I'm gonna do the cat.
Yeah, the Kim Kardashian cat. But come on, like I was watch partying, and I've never felt like I wanted to cry as much as I did in that moment when you played against Heretics for the 2nd time.
I'm sorry. I mean, I can't promise it won't happen again. But
you better promise me it won't happen again. I can't do it anymore.
I'm sorry to everyone who watched. Yinsu. I'm sorry to the fans.
I'm gonna get cancelled now for screaming at that. But in my defense, like 1 time is chill, you know, it happens, but 2 times for me, I was sitting there like, I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. Yeah, literally. But yeah, but I thank you for not putting me through that again.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I am. I'm just, you know, I'm just a day by day doing what I can for mankind.
Thank you. Thanks for that. All right, let's move on to Masters and make a tier. And I'm kidding, we're not doing a tier list. I'm not with you. I don't know how to like navigate technology. If I was with you, I would have forced you to do a tier list.
We'll do one in Shanghai. You can come to my hotel room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we had that kind of relationship, but you know.
Yeah. I'll let you. I'll buy you the address, mate.
Chat. You.
I'll WeChat you.
Chat. Let me know. I will give it to the highest bidder. I'll leak his address. No, I would never. But okay. Let's talk about Shanghai, because you.
Shanghai.
Not me. Not Hermione. You and EDG and 100 Thieves and PaperX all get a bye. First of all, I'm going to give you 60 seconds to gloat that you said that 100 Thieves are 100% going to come for the throne of VCT NA. They were going to win and they were going to go to Shanghai. And you said this before freaking Split 1 started. So I'll give you the floor.
A true champion, a true GOAT doesn't celebrate the easy wins. That's all I'm going to say. I knew 100 Thieves were going to do it. And they'd never disappoint. You know who else knew it? Leo Yanison.
Oh, is that what he said as well?
Yeah.
He's smart.
We were saying it.
Let's talk about the 4 teams that made a bye, the ones that won their region. So 100 Thieves, which you were very adamant about was going to do it, so I assume you weren't surprised. EDG, they lost to FPX on the way. Did you think that they were going to win the whole thing and come seed 1?
I think so, yeah. I think, obviously, FPX has Life, who's an absolute machine of aim. But EDG is EDG, and I think they're the best Chinese team.
Oh, okay. Actually, let's do it this way. I want you to, as we go through every team, I want you to give me one player you're most excited to see, and one player that you think the audience should keep an eye out for, like somebody that you think is going to be fun to watch.
Excited to see play?
No, like in real life. Let's start with EDG then. So who's the one player you're really excited to see in real, like as your mate?
It's really difficult to say one. Like I like Kong Kong, Nobody, and Haodong. Obviously I like Chocho and Smoggy, but I don't talk to them as much.
Smoggy's like the Leo of EDG, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. So Kong Kong and Nobody are the ones I talk to the most.
Okay. And who's one player that you think everybody else should be excited to see on stage in terms of like, could be any reason. Could be like they're going to pop off. Could be they're going to be fun to watch, interesting, and so on.
Smoggy, I think.
Why?
Just because his warm-up is shooting recon darks at people's private parts.
Wait, what?
Yeah, when we were in Champions, he was just, it wasn't really a warm-up. What was happening was we were doing tech checks and he was just shooting recons at the private parts.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I didn't know that. What about 100 Thieves? So one player that you're most excited to see IRL, and one
Boost.
player...
Yeah, I need to play ping pong against him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the law?
I think I'm up. I can't remember. He was good at ping pong though, but I haven't played in ages. But he was like playing ping pong as if it was champs finals. So he was screaming after round wins, man. I've never had that before. Like I'm playing ping pong with Leo casually. I play Boostio. He's like, nice. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Like I thought this was a casual. So then I started getting sweaty, rolling up the sleeves. Like, I can't let this guy beat me here. I need to beat him on the stage.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure. In Tokyo.
I'm sure he's looking after you as well. And also shout out to his mom as well. I love his mom. His mom is such a great, like, just ball of positive energy on Twitter. By the way, I'm kind of liking what your hair is doing right now. Like, you know, the one little bit in the front. Kind of like a James Dean, sort of like Alex Turner, you know. Don't move it. I like it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I can't control this hair, so I'll take it.
We'll do like a 30 seconds thirst break where I'm just like, you looking kind of good.
My hair's too long at the back.
Yeah, I like it. I think this is a good state of your hair because it was getting a really like out of hand.
Yeah, thank you. Person I'm looking forward to seeing play.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. I think that Bang guy's all right though.
Bang's all right.
I haven't watched them play in ages, so I don't actually know who's good for them anymore.
Bang can be your player to watch. Why not?
Yeah, go on then.
I feel like Cryo is probably the one that everyone's just gonna default to. So yeah, I like the Bang pick. What about Fnatic? Who do you think will be the most player to watch for everybody?
Well, it's not me. I got to think about my walkouts.
Guys, give us some recommendations for K-pop, C-pop, J-pop walkouts.
I'm gonna go for Derka.
Derka? Why?
Don't know. I just feel like he's gonna have a good tournament.
I mean, this is the thing about Derka. Even when you were in a slump and when you weren't winning and people were kind of like, oh yeah, XYZ is washed. What people don't understand is during that phase, Derka was still leading in #1 in stats in like 4 categories. He was farming. It was just everyone else, the team wasn't coming together, but he was doing great. And I believe in China, they call him either Derka, like Derka, or Dadu, like Big D.
Dadu.
I think that's what they call him, Big D.
Bayern.
That's you. All right, this is a hard question. PaperX.
I like them all.
I know, but you have to choose one that you're most excited to see. I guess
Jason.
No, JJ's the cop out because we haven't seen JJ in so long.
I haven't seen the same amount of time. I haven't seen Jason the same amount of time as Jing. You have, because you went to Madrid, but I haven't, so I'm gonna go for Jason. Actually, I'll go for Pearl.
Yeah.
She's probably coming. Let's be real. Let's go see Auntie.
Auntie's gonna be having a great time, I think, because I didn't see Auntie either at Madrid. She didn't come, obviously, because JJ wasn't there.
Yeah.
But who do you think is the player to watch? And I'm gonna go on a limb here and do a finesse. David. Do you say David?
I knew you were gonna say that, so I said it too.
It's got to be David.
Probably Jing.
Yeah, JJ is the player to watch.
Yeah, back on the race.
Honestly, how poetic would it be for him to like leave, have like a very emotional goodbye where he came second at champs and then miss Madrid because of military service and so on, and then come back and then win an international title?
Yeah, in China.
That would be sick. Who are you most looking forward to meeting in real life on GT?
Probably Valen again. I think I've seen him before. No, I know I have in Iceland. Probably Valen.
Why?
He's an IGL and he seems to be doing really well right now. And he's always been kind of doing well despite not being at tier 1 very often. So yeah, Valen.
I like him too. He's a cool dude. T1?
Kevin.
Why?
He's the Sasanto brother.
That's it? He's just a brother of your son. Your
brother
other
of my son. Yeah, and also, yeah, I like him.
I think we should talk about that story. I think you briefly told it on broadcast, but I don't know how many people watched it. But I feel like you're part of Kevin Susanto's like midlife origin Valorant story.
Yeah, we were at Heidi Lau and he was saying like he wants to come back, and I said I'll get you the contract, mate. And shook his hand, shook his hand, took a picture. It was already concrete that he was coming back.
That wasn't even Tokyo as in last year. That was Tokyo 2 years ago. That was December.
Yeah, it was long.
Yeah. So are you happy to see him succeeding?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, it's gonna be hype seeing him all.
What we need to do is to get Jojo on a team. Alvin, if Alvin wants to play, get him on a team. 4 Susantos plus you. Easy dub.
Yeah. Yeah. Just they'll be just talking to each other through telepathically. Telepathy.
You're gonna have to learn Indo. Do you know any Indo words?
Let me get Google Translate up. No, I don't know any.
I teach you an Indo word. Is what Jason taught
me. Okay, that's all I know.
You gotta say Hokilu.
Hokilu.
It means like vac. Like when someone hits a shot, you're just like lucky, like that vac, like they're cheating.
Hokilu.
Like Hokilu. So whenever Jason's streaming or like Aaron's streaming or something and they hit a good shot and I just type Hokilu in chat, just loses it. They're like, who taught her how to say that?
Yeah.
I'm like, it was Jason. Okay, G2 versus T1. Who you got winning?
T1, G2. I imagine G2 will win, but anything can happen. T1 can just show up and shoot. Like they did in the off-season.
Team Heretics, who are you most looking forward to see?
Benji Fishy.
Why?
I don't know, I like him.
I like that he wears the Tibbers hat every time. Just no context.
I did ask him about that. He's just like, I just wore it and we started winning. So I said, you better not wear it today then.
Who's the one player you think people should be excited about?
Benji Fishy.
Why?
Came from Fortnite, that kid. That's what I keep seeing. I keep seeing videos. The guy who came from Fortnite is now dominating Valorant. And it's just that one picture of him doing this.
I feel like people forgot that Zipan also came from Fortnite. There's a few Fortnite kids.
Bro, I was hitting tilted towers before any of them.
Next team, Dragon Ranger Gaming, DRG.
I watched them qualify actually to the actual franchising because they weren't in the franchising spot. They qualified through it.
Yeah, Ascension. They came through Ascension.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who are
the only one I actually recognize is Nijao. So I'll go for him. And then the person to look out for is Vukashu, I guess, because he's decent.
I'm really interested to see how good his Chinese is because I hear I listen to like com videos, like rounds, and I had never seen him com in Chinese. So I wonder if it's just like I've not watched enough of it, or maybe they have a different system or something. But I'm looking forward to seeing how good his Chinese is. Who do you think is winning between Heretics and DRG?
I think Heretics should win, but they do have sub, so it could be DRG too. But I just think Heretics.
But is Fnatic even considered a sub? Because like he played with them more than any other sub that I've ever known play with a team.
I mean, Fnatic for Miniboo is kind of big, I think.
But you can then just move one of the Turkish boys onto Duelist.
Yeah, but Miniboo is one of the cleanest neons in the business.
Next team, Gen G. Who are you most looking forward to seeing on Gen G? I feel like there's an obvious answer on this to this one.
Lakia.
Why?
I haven't seen him since Iceland. Actually, no, since German champs when he was the sub for Vision Strikers. So it'd be nice to see him again and say hi.
He still looks the same. Like his skin looks immaculate.
Immaculate, his hair coiffed to perfection.
Yeah. I also think you're going to really get on with Texture.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I look forward to meeting him as well.
Yeah, he's very friendly and quite humorous.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
Shibayo.
Yeah, shibayo.
Oh, speaking of that, are you upset that you're not going to see DRX?
Yeah, Buzz. I'm not going to see Buzz again. What is going on? Me and Buzz we haven't seen each other the whole year.
Oh my god, now I think about it, you actually haven't seen him. Even I haven't really seen him either.
Exactly, you haven't.
Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that's really sad. That's made me sad now. Okay, so who do you think is the player to watch on Genji?
What's that Charon? He was shooting heads in Scrim.
Was he when you played against them?
Back in the day, I think it was him. It was either him or Texture.
What about Leviatan? Who are you most looking forward to seeing?
Com.
Why?
I like him and his dad and his mum. Yeah, Com, I'd say. I like the guy. And then probably after that, Aspas.
Ooh.
Because Aspas is Aspas.
I feel like Aspas is... Even though he didn't make Madrid, everybody still said he was the best in his role. You know?
Yeah, for sure. He's performing like a god.
Who wins, Genji or Leviatan?
I think Genji will.
Ooh.
The reason why is because I think they're going to prep some stuff and they're quite stratty heavy. So then it means that I don't know how much they would prep, but maybe Leviatan won't have the read early on. But obviously Leviatan can win just as easily as well.
All right, last two teams we got.
Last two teams, who are they? They're going to be FPX.
FPX
Life.
FPX and FUT. So who are you most excited to meet in FPX to see?
Oh, Life.
Why?
My boy. I saw him at his first ever event. He was like, I'm going to beat you one day. And I was like, yeah.
Did he say that?
No, he didn't really.
I'm pretty sure he didn't say that.
He said, I can't remember what he said. He said on the lines of like, he wants to be the best. And he's definitely like a really good player. Like that guy shoots heads. I don't know what his aim is, but his aim is a bit cracked.
I feel like we need to give the context of how we became mates with Life. It was all kind of like random, I feel almost.
It was in Istanbul, right?
Yeah, it was because in Istanbul, like when all the EDG boys came, do you remember when the EDG boys came? It was their first event. And Life got COVID.
Yeah.
So he kind of got jailed and he couldn't even play one of the games. And then at the time the policy was like really strict, so he couldn't even go home for like 2 extra weeks or 3 extra weeks, something like that afterwards. And I remember he tested negative, but he still had to wait like an extra week of testing negative before he can leave. And all of his teammates left already because they got knocked out. And then it was at the after party, like we found out where the after party was. And I remember you and I were kind of talking about how maybe it was sad for him that he was just stuck in the hotel and he doesn't really know anyone. So I think you messaged him being like, yo, you want to come to the after party with us? So it was like you, me, Life, Buzz. Buzz was there. We have a photo of the four of us. It's really cute. And then we went to the after party together. Buzz's English was pretty good at that time, but it was still like a little bit of communication like difference. Life spoke little to no English.
Yeah.
And then it was just like you and me, and we don't speak Korean.
You were translating.
I was translating what Life was saying. But Buzz's English was pretty good, so like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, his English is good.
And then Finesse was also there. Because I wanted to speak to Finesse.
Finesse made a bet with me saying like, I'm going to beat your team. Should we bet for $1,000?
You know, he denied that.
$1,000?
He denied that. He said that never happened.
Yeah, it did.
I was like, that happened in front of me, Buzz, and Life.
Yeah, he said, we shook on it. He said, if you beat me, you get $1,000. But then he said it wasn't the current team that we have. It was the old team.
It didn't count anymore.
No, it didn't count.
But no, that was a really nice after party. And then after that, you haven't seen him since, have you?
No, I haven't. No, I mean, I've messaged him to see how he's been doing from time to time, or like say unlucky with the tournaments because I didn't get to see him the whole last year. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's super exciting to see him.
Yeah, he hasn't changed. I mean, I saw him in Madrid, and he was really sad that you won there. He was kind of like, oh, I wanted to see Boaster. But he's a really smiley, friendly guy. I feel like he's really approachable. You can just talk to him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I hope you get to play him because you've never played any of the Chinese teams at this tournament. So
Hallelujah!
You've only played Billy.
No, I'm joking. Oh yeah, we have played Billy. They're not my kryptonite. I'm unreal against Chinese teams.
You had a live game against Billy. I remember after the Billy game, all of the Chinese fans on social media were like, Dabby, which is what they call it. They're like, Dabby needs to relax. Like, why is he being so mean to our teams? Like, he needs to calm down, stop fragging. I think that was when you got back-to-back clutches. It was like 3 clutches in a row. Yeah. That was kind of crazy.
On Haven.
Thing is, though, if you play against EDG in China, I wonder if they would still even cheer for you. Because they're definitely not going to cheer for other teams that play. I mean, they'll cheer for other teams out of, like, politeness, but they're not going to root for other teams that play EDG.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
it's going to be... We'll see, I guess. I doubt it. I don't know if it'll be as heavy as the loud one.
Oh, no, it would never be like that in China.
We'll probably have a few things out there with the little...
Yeah, you're not going to get booed in China. Don't worry about that. That's not going to happen. Who's your player to watch from...
Life.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, I think that's a pretty fair one too. I would have chosen him or Autumn, probably one or the other. Yeah. I want to see you and Autumn talk Chinese together. I want to see who's better. He might be better than
him.
You know?
He's getting 2 lessons a week. What am I getting? I'm getting 20 minutes before bed on an app.
Yeah.
Barely. I'm not.
Okay. Last team is FUT. Who are you most looking forward to seeing?
Atakatan.
Why?
I don't know. I just like saying his name. Every time I walk past him, I just say, Atakatan. How are you doing? Looking good, my man. That's all I say.
He's also really friendly, though. He's got a big smile.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. And who do you think is the player to watch? Charles Neddington, surely.
I'll see Ned then, yeah.
Yeah, Charles Neddington is in the championship.
That's not his name, is it? His name's not Charles Neddington. Nah, I'm joking.
Charles Neddington. Oh my god, that's so jokes. Here's the important question. I want to see if you go for what your head thinks or your heart thinks. Who's winning between FPX and FUT?
FPX. They're gonna do crazy stuff.
Be for real.
They had a warm up in Madrid, and they're like, we ain't messing around now. We were trolling a little bit in Madrid. Maybe I know Berlin's a bit of a meme. I don't know if he's a meme in China though.
I hope not, because he's also really nice.
Is he actually?
Yeah, he's super, super nice.
I look forward to meeting him.
But also, babe, imagine he calls in Chinese and English. He IGLs in both languages. Imagine if you had to do that.
Yeah, if I had to do that, I'm not getting any kills.
You're not getting a single frag, mate.
I'm halving my kills, so I'm getting 1 kill.
On Breeze, you're getting negative kills.
Anything can happen in these. When it comes to international stage, anyone can. If someone's shooting heads on a day, like I've seen what Life can do. That guy can shoot.
I think
I also know what footballers can do too. So
I think FUT are probably the favorites, but also if both teams like to run weird shit, like I feel like FUT will have better ways of coping and dealing with some of the weird shit they might have to come across. And I think FPX, like if FPX have to play against them on that bloody Lotus comp, and you just have their Cypher player peeking like a drone, and then Cena dashing, oh my god, they call it a day.
Yeah, TJ, actually, he's the one to look out for FUT.
Yeah, you think more than Charles Neddington?
He's good.
Basically, Alpha yes teammates.
Yeah,
are good.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah,
they was cooking. I don't know what that coach was cooking, but he had the best team. They just didn't know it.
Somebody had to go back in time and pick up Fireflux Academy, basically.
Yeah, Fireflux Academy. Alphaja, Yetije, Rians, Woot, and someone else. Jaylust, I think.
Oh, he's good too. He was really good last year.
Like that team was probably beating anyone.
Yeah, man, that would have been that should be the call if anybody has a time machine. All
I
right.
seem to remember Alfie saying that they didn't speak, they weren't coming very much, so they were a bit.
Well, I remember when Alpha joined you guys, he used to say like back left or like back
that
right.
was their comms in Turkish.
Yeah, like what do you mean back left?
To be fair, it's not far from what we're talking right now. I don't even know half the comms anymore. I'm just like over there, and I just ping it on the map now. Like we need to work on.
He's behind you. Boo's behind you.
I don't know where though. Just behind somewhere.
You know, in Chinese, flank is careful your butt.
Oh really?
小心
小心
屁股.
小心屁股. 小心屁股. 小心屁股.
It means like watch out your butt.
That's what I'm gonna say as soon as I meet Kong Kong. I'm like 小心屁股.
That's a weird thing to say to someone in real life. That's not to do with the game. That kind of means like you better watch your butt. Like
okay, what about like 离打比赛小心屁股?
你打比赛 oh 行行
No, 离 inside the game 打比赛 inside the
打比赛的时候 you can't just say 离 means like well we're gonna have to do a whole Chinese lesson. Yeah, it's all
I
good.
need one.
It's all good. It's all good.
What are you most looking forward to in Shanghai?
The food. Oh, the food. Seeing Iris, Wendy, Yitun, like our Chinese friends from the League of Legends broadcast. Obviously, like the tournament will be fun, but it's just like always like summer camp for us. I feel like. Yeah,
it's like a little summer. Yeah, that's what I describe it as. Seeing your mates.
The most exciting part is like seeing, because I haven't seen Iris, Wendy, or Yitun since Korea.
Yeah.
And usually Iris and Wendy are on the broadcast, but because they had to basically do either League or Valorant this year, I think. So they're doing League, so I don't see them on Valorant anymore. You guys will know them. They're so big in League. They're really famous in League. So we don't see them anymore. So they don't come to events anymore. So us going to Shanghai means we can see them. And I would have been so upset if you didn't miss this one, because I know that you would have missed your one chance to see Yitun, Wendy, and Iris. It would have been so heartbreaking. But that's fine. But that's good. We get to see our mates. We also
maybe to go see Wendy's cats.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Yes. We also made a lot of friends in Korea from like the Chinese League of Legends scene. Do you reckon Icon will be there? Want to go see your mate Icon?
Maybe.
You have his WeChat. Hit him up.
I could.
Yeah.
I'll tell you once we're done. Yeah.
All right, okay. Yeah, so it's gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, cool. All right, song of the week.
It's a new song. I'm in Chinese mode right now, so.
What's that? I can't see it.
I can't read it either. Something.
I can't bloody see it. Who is it by?
Wrong hat. Lee Wrong Hao.
Lee Wrong Hao. Okay, cool. That's your song of the week.
The other side, maybe that's what it means.
I feel like you've also been listening to a lot of Twice, right? Before games.
Yeah, Twice carried me through playoffs, not gonna lie.
Which songs?
You make me feel special.
You do put the J in JYP, I'll tell you that. And also that song is very it makes sense how that carry you through playoffs, because it's like such an emotional like song.
It's hype. You make me feel special when Yinsu's trying to find a song.
Okay, I have two songs of the week.
Two?
Yes, my first song of the week is Taylor Swift.
Oh my goodness.
It's Taylor Swift, but Daddy, I love him, especially the part.
Last week.
That's was that last week's? No way. Was that my song of the week last week?
Probably Taylor Swift's.
Yeah, especially the part where she's like, I'd rather burn my whole life down than listen to one more second of this bitching and moaning. Yes.
Yeah, I like
you
that
tell him, Taylor.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Bitching and moaning.
But the reason that it's Taylor Swift is because I just started doing like a running regime where it's called Couch to Eras Tour, where in theory, if you follow this training program, by the end of 20 weeks, which is roughly like 4.5-5 months, you could run the entirety of the Eras Tour. Is what she did to prep for the Eras Tour. She would run the whole 3.5 hours, and she would sing the songs while she's running, which is kind of insane. So I was like, do you know what? This looks like a fun program. I could just run 20 minutes, half an hour a day, and then like build up and up and up and see how far I can go. Probably not very far because I'm a terrible runner and I hate running. But yes, that was really fun. And my second song of the week is Waterloo Sunset by The Kinks, because it's just a really lovely song.
There we go.
Do you know that song?
I'm going to listen to it after.
Yeah. It's a great song. And that is it from us. Sorry we haven't done any episodes before, but I hope you guys enjoy this extra long episode.
It is an extra long episode.
It has been very long. Well, it's above average. I've seen longer. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I could do better.
No, don't.
We're not gonna be able to record any episodes. We're in Shanghai, obviously, but we will do one afterwards. How about that? We'll see you after Shanghai.
Yes, we will.
And yeah. Oh, I just saw Karma jump down from his window bed. And yeah.
Oh, we're back.
Should we kiss? Should we pretend to kiss?
No, that's weird.
Bye.
See you later.